Hey everyone, it's your professional sarcastic man and seeker of attention, Oz Chris here with a video about another new color-coded X-Men team. Wow, it's Marvel really does love their color-coded teams, especially with X-Men. You know, we had X-Men Blue, X-Men Gold, X-Men Red. Now we have X-Men Black. X-Men Black is the new series, and it's the so far from what has been announced, uh, and from the cover by J. Scott Campbell, which is a badass looking cover. I will say that is a cool looking cover. Uh, that Magneto will be a part of it. Will Magneto be forming his own X-Men team? It's just like, I'm sick of. I don't want to mentor X-Men Blue anymore. I've so like beforehand. I'm gonna say I haven't been caught up with Blue, Gold, or Red. Gold, I only caught up to the wedding, and when I mean caught up, I just looked at all the spoilers because I really didn't give a damn about it. Blue, I dropped after the time traveling one, where it's just like, oh yeah, you know how we said they're from an alternate timeline? No, that was all a ruse. They actually are the young versions of the original X-Men. It's like, oh god damn, yeah, no, okay, stop it. I'm gonna drop this. X-Men Red, I dropped after the second issue because it was terrible. God, the X-Men Red was like the only one so far with, like I've said this before. My policy is you have your first story arc to sell to me. If I think you've failed that somehow, or if I don't like it, I'll drop it after that first story. Uh, I've since adapted that policy, my policy, with after reading X Men Red. It's just like, unless you're as terrible as X Men Red, then if it's as terrible as something like X Men Red, or just god awful as like, I don't want to bear a story arc through this, I'll drop it immediately. That's money. That's for a Marvel book. That's $6.95 I'm saving. So that's money well spent. Saved, I meant. But there's another X-Men team, X-Men Black. We have no idea. No, it's nothing. No, what it is, what the story is. Sunday, July 8th. So they're gonna be, cause announced good good spelling there. Who wrote this? Chris Arant, editor. Yes, I I see. Did you happen to work for Marvel? Because the editors don't particularly, sometimes they don't do their job to 100%. Announced God. Anyway, like I say, at Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, or Comic Con Internet, yeah. July 22 Sunday, which will be a Monday here for Australia. They'll be announcing more at the X-Men panel about X-Men Black. But from what I gather, Magneto is going to be in it so far. They've only got the cover by, like I said, by J. Scott Campbell. Magneto would be in it. Will it be a new team? I don't know. I'm gonna guess so, considering all the other color coded ones are teams. Uh, but the thing is, like, what's with the colors, Marvel? Why do they need to be color coded? Like, we have X-Men Blue for the young team. We have X-Men Gold for like the older team. We have X-Men Red for the propaganda team. I mean, the mixed team. What's X-Men? Is X-Men Black supposed to be like the edgy shadow Black Ops team, or as it's usually called, X-Force or Uncanny X-Force, whatever? But like Blue and Gold are ending September. Thank God. End them. Should have taken Red with you, but apparently, we just have to accept what's been given so far. It seems to be, I'm guessing, with the upcoming extermination story, which will center around the young the five young X-Men from the past, that they're just gonna start relaunching again for X-Men, because that whole resurrection line didn't work out as they wanted to. Considering they then relaunched for Marvel Legacy, but most of them kept their numberings. Most of them were still ongoing until they ended, like Cable, which ends this week, July 18. The final issue, unfortunately, which is probably the only X-Men book I actually liked, apart from Astonishing, until I did pick up the Rosenberg one. I couldn't be bothered. Like I know he's supposed to be good on Punisher, but I've said before, like his Phoenix Resurrection story is terrible. It was a god awful story. It was a waste of time and money. But why can't they end all the teams and just have the one? That's the problem. That's a problem with all of Marvel. But I'll use it. We'll just keep it for X-Men at the moment. Quantity over quality. They think more is better. No, more isn't better. We don't need, like, there doesn't need to be a blue team. There doesn't need to be a gold team, a red team, a black team, a white team, and a lavender team. A Roy Gabuv team. That whole, like, is Marvel trying to make the X-Men a Lantern Corps? Like, you have Blue Lanterns. You have Gold, which can be yellow, so Yellow Lanterns. You have Red, the Red Lanterns. You have Black Lanterns. They're missing on a few. I'm calling it now. There's going to be an Indigo. There's going to be X-Men Indigo, X-Men Violet, X-Men Green, X-Men White. But like I said, quantity over quality has been Marvel's main problem. Obviously, they think if there's more, it's better. It's not, because while there is more, you sacrifice quality. As shown with X-Men, there doesn't need to be like you could still have like Weapon X on the side to do something different. Like, it's just one main X-Men team, and then you could change the roster up depending on like situations. It seems like that's what they're going to do with Avengers, because apparently Doctor Strange isn't going to be a permanent member, so he's going to apparently leave after the first story, unless solicits say otherwise. But it was generally implied that Doctor Strange is only like a temporary member. He's not going to be a permanent one. They should do that with X-Men. Just have one X-Men team, like the X-Men, or like the Uncanny X-Men, and then if you want, you could have just Weapon X and like X-Force on the side. So three teams. That's all you really need. You don't need one team that's split into four subgroups, but they all act as their own individual teams, which is what's going on with Blue, Gold, Red, and now it seems to be Black. Stop it. Stop it, Marvel. It's honestly just that's what needs to be done there. X-Men have not been treated kindly, to put it lightly. They've been treated kindly over the recent years. They definitely should be. That X-Men in general are one of their biggest properties, one of the most well-known properties, obviously, but there doesn't need to be like a lot more of the color-coded teams. It's not new. It's not different. It's just an X-Men team with a different color, and I don't know. It's time to stop with the colors, Marvel. The color-coded teams. X-Men don't need to be Lantern Corps. It's just like, we're blue. We instead of hope, we represent youngness. We're gold. We represent experience and mature. It's like, we're red. We represent. I don't know what we represent, but a lot of people don't like us. Mustard and bigotry. That's what they represent, obviously, as said by Nightcrawler in that annual. But and Black, we represent I don't know, edginess, darkness. But going into it, I'm rambling on as usual, but that's it. What do you think? Will you pick it up? I'm probably going to say no, because I don't really care, unless it has an interesting premise and the writer isn't Cullen Bunn. Like, I know he's apparently did a good Magneto series, but Cullen Bunn, it just needs to they need to stop giving him stuff. It's like as soon as Bendis left, Marvel's just like, oh crap, we need someone to push all of our like titles on and have them to do that, and then Jerry Dugan and Cullen Bunn would just raise their hands up. Just like, we'll do it. Give it all to us, please. We can do it. It's our, it's not going to take up all of our time, and then there's going to be a significant drop in quality throughout the numerous series we have. But I don't know. I'll wait to see until like the proper solicits are out for XMen Black. But that's it for the video. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on Twitter, check out my previous videos, and I'll see you all next time.